Can you hear me, God? What's up? Hopefully you're having a great day. A little bit cool right now. Some rain came through, maybe some more on the way, but a little bit of a breeze. Usually I have an issue with the breeze because of, bad quality audio issues, but I don't care, we'll take it. Anyways, let's talk about going to heaven for a minute, right? Let's share this clip with you. And before I do, let's clear something up. I'm not, because I'll use stuff like this as an example. And it points out the truths and facts. And so I just want to be clear on that, as going forward in this video. I'm going to share this clip with you.
If I can save 7,000 people a week from being killed, I think that's I want to try and get to heaven if possible. I'm hearing I'm not doing well.
Can you hear me, God?
So, how many of us caught that? Because here's the thing, it's not to bash on Trump, right? I'm not here to question his salvation. Many will claim he's saved and Jesus Christ is his Lord and Savior, and maybe not. That's between him and God. This is the point. I mean, he does seem quite boastful, quite prideful, and but God appoints people for a reason. But let's see, he's allowing the beast system, and Trump is very much instrumental in bringing that together, right? And we don't realize Project Warp Speed is, I've shown some examples in some other videos, right? Who cares, right? This ain't to bash on Trump. It's to take that view, right? Let's understand that view. I mean, Trump needs to understand that, right? But I saved a lot of lives, that this is going to get him to heaven, right? He's doing this to get to heaven. I hope we understand this better, right? Most of us. That, that's fine and dandy. You should be doing that, period. And I'm not saying that Trump doesn't just want to save lives. I'm not saying that. That's not for me to judge, right? The point is, that's not what it takes to get to heaven. You can save all the lives you want, but it takes a little bit more than that, right? I mean, what it takes to get to heaven is, those are the reasons. When you have those things, then you should automatically want to save lives if you can, end wars if you can, when you can. But don't just pick and choose, right? Don't just use Ukraine, Russia as the example and say, well, I'm over here saving lives, and pretend that while we ignore the other lives that are not being saved for a war that we support, right? That one's just as wrong, okay? So you can save lives over here if you're not doing it over here when you can. What's the difference? Okay, salvation, getting into heaven, is more than, oh, well, I saved lives, I've done some good stuff. You're supposed to do the good things. You will want to do the good things when you have what it takes, right? When you have truly accepted Christ as your God, right? Anyways, maybe I am making sense, maybe I ain't. But I guess if you've seen many of my other videos, sometimes all this perspective comes, all these things come into perspective. Understand where I'm coming from, whatever, right? But the point is, we can't, this is how his actual religion that he belongs to, this is how they believe. That, in order to cleanse yourself of, the sin of the island, then you have to save many lives, right? This is the kind of stuff they believe. Now he's cleansing himself. He's going to get himself to heaven by saving many lives, right? And which will cleanse him of those past sins, of all that nasty stuff that everyone needs to be held accountable for, but we're being told to look the other way. Not to judge whether he or anyone else goes to heaven or not, but I'm just saying, it's all right there, plain English. It takes far more than that to get to heaven, right? Save all the lives you want. How many souls are you saving? At the end of the day, that's who's the real soldiers, the ones saving souls. That's the truth. And maybe someday I'll be fortunate enough to save one or two, right? Right on. All right, whiskey. What are they saying to you? What are they saying to you? Oh, they're talking to some birds in the tree from over here. What are they saying to each other? I mean, that's just the facts of it. So, and sadly, these days, I see more souls get lost than saved. And that's one of the saddest things when you watch a soul get lost. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See you.
I'm trying to get a hold of you.